AITAH for agreeing with the school when they dress coded my daughter and not fighting it. This is about my youngest. I would like to start off saying the dress code is very reasonable. The rule is don't see undergarments. And this affects the guys more than the girl. The pants not being held up boxers are seen thing. I have 3 kids and the older 2 have never been dress coded. Now, my daughter came home and she was in her gym clothes since she got dress coded. It came with a school email and a picture of the shirt. They took the picture after my daughter changed, and it was a swim top cover-up. It's sheer. This makes complete sense to me, why she was dress coded. She got a warning, and that was that. Now, my daughter and oldest daughter are pissed that I didn't stick up for her. My sister is now on my ass since the kids told her, and they all think I am a jerk. IT? For telling my wife I don't care about her dreams? My wife wants to be an influencer on TikTok and YouTube. She has been creating mommy content and content about her day-to-day life. When she told me this is something she wanted to do, I didn't have a problem with only said that I don't want our children form tough in any of her content. I didn't monitor her channel because it didn't really seem necessary. I recently watched her channel because I thought it'd be cute. So see what she does in her day-to-day life. I found our children's faces in almost all of her content. I told her straight up, she needs to remove all of her content. She said that she knew I wouldn't agree, but she doesn't think this is a big deal. I don't like children content. I feel like a lot of the time when you see that children make profit, they become less of your kids and more of a product, and your interactions become more performative. And I can see the same thing has happened in her because she posted a video of her getting our 2-year-old out of a tantrum and how she deals with it. But how is your first instinct to record and hold a camera whilst our baby is crying? She started crying, saying that she built this up, and this is her dream and deleting her content will ruin it. And I said I simply don't give a fuck. If you don't delete it, I will consider a divorce. I know a lot of people have children on there, social media, and I don't mind an Instagram or Facebook post, but to make videos seem too intimate to share. She told her friends and even hinted on her social media accounts that she has an over-controlling and narcissistic husband that doesn't want her on social media. I'm currently being ridiculed by her friends. Am I being over-controlling or narcissistic? AITA for saying that if my parents and siblings really want to help the rest of the family, they could remortgage the houses I paid off for them. I won a substantial lawsuit against my city. It is fuck you money, and I did what I always said I would do if I ever won the lottery. I paid off my parents' mortgage, and I bought a duplex and gave each half to my brother and sister. The rest of the money I'm investing, so I will never have to work again, and I can enjoy the rest of my life. My family had me over last weekend because I am leaving for Indonesia to begin traveling around the world. They said that we have family and friends that need help, and that I was being selfish, blowing the money on myself, and basically retiring at 29. I said that I had already done a lot for my immediate family, and that if they felt so strongly about it, that between the 3 of them, they had over $1 million in equity that they could tap with a loan, and then they could work to pay off their new mortgages. It started a fight because my dad has cut back on his work because he doesn't have a mortgage anymore, and neither of my siblings would qualify for a mortgage on their own. I walked out and went home to finish packing. They won't stop texting me and trying to call me. Apparently, I need to work the next 30 years. I don't. My girlfriend, who is joining me for a year, thinks I'm being mean. I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I have enough to last me the rest of my life. If I ever want a house, I will be able to buy one. If I want to have kids, I will be able to pay for their education. But not if I give away a big chunk of my money to people I know for a fact will never help me in return. AITAH for not going to my sister-in-law's wedding due to her dress code. At 25, I'm having a conflict with my husband's sister, 36 of. She's getting married in 2 weeks and her dress code is incredibly complicated too. Here too for me. It is black tie, long sleeves, and floor-length gowns. The conflict happened because I am currently 34 weeks pregnant and overheat very quickly. And the wedding is entirely outside, in the middle of the day, in the southern USA, where it is incredibly hot. I cannot be in a long-sleeve floor-length gown in the heat for 8 hours. I have sent her a few dresses to try to compromise, which I will link in the comments for further information. But she's completely adamant about exactly what she wants. I told her yesterday that I cannot attend her wedding if she's not going to budge even slightly on the dress code. I told her she has the right to have her wedding exactly how she wants it, for it to be her perfect day, but I have the right to look out for my own health. She freaked out at me and told me I was being incredibly selfish, and that for once it isn't about me and my fucking baby, which she only said because she's jealous. I'm having the first grandchild and she felt like she should have had a baby before me and my husband. Since then, my husband's side of the family has told me I'm being selfish and to just compromise one day to keep the peace. I don't think I should need to compromise my health for her wedding. Am I the asshole in being unreasonable? AITAH for spoiling my nephew on his birthday. My nephew, 13, shares the same birthday as my sister's boyfriend. So my sister asked me to take the kid somewhere fun while she celebrated with her BF. I told her I'll take him to the aquarium and then did just that. The spoiling part that my sister complained about came about when we were at the gift shop. My nephew was interested with a lot of stuff. I ended up buying him 1 stuffed toy, 1 guidebook, and 2 t-shirts. Now I know 4 birthday gifts might be seen as a lot for 1 child. But I thought it would be fine since the book is educational and the t-shirts are practical. It's also his first time asking for a stuffed toy. My sister, though, got upset when she saw all the stuff. She said that I spoiled him and he could end up becoming an entitled child I doubt that would happen, but want some opinions here. Am I in the wrong? AITAH for laughing at my housemate when he suggested I not shower on my period. I've 31F, live in a share house. One of the housemates, Jack, 30, has never lived with a woman outside of his mother, but likes to say that he is aware of women's issues and calls himself a feminist. For instance, he doesn't agree with the saying, no uterus, no opinion, because it's my job to be informed about any issues that could affect me if I become a father or husband. Which is fine until it came to this issue. So, like most biological women, I have periods. I, however, cannot use tampons or cups due to a condition called vaginismus. It's pads all the time for me. Yeah, I know, the shock, shower during this time. Wow. I prepare a new pad onto a clean pair of undies, shower as normal, dry myself off in the shower, and then step straight into the undies. And obviously check the bathroom for mess. Jack's never complained, nor has anyone else, so I figured my system was working. Cue today. And I can't shower for 48 hours due to a heart monitor test. I was jokingly complaining about how I was going to survive without my nightly shower, and Jack looked up confused and said, how is this any different to when you're on your period? I asked him what he meant, and he said, well, you can't shower on your period unless you use a tampon, and I laughed because I thought he was joking. He has shown before that he was at least semi-educated on women, which he got angry at. Jack said, wait, well, what do you do? And I said slowly, I shower. I wasn't getting it, I'm afraid. Jack said without protecting my bathroom. Jack said without protecting my bathroom. He does not own the house, and then went off. Apparently, my period is unhygienic. It can cause infection if left on the shower floor, and he was under the impression I hadn't been showering for a week when I had my period or using tampons. I said that due to reasons I can't use tampons, and he told me then I'm banned from showering when I'm on my period, which I laughed again, at which I did apologize for, and say I'm sorry for laughing, but the audacity of that statement. I told Jack he has no way of enforcing this, nor would I be sticking to this, and he said fine. Then every time you shower, you need to bleach the bathroom afterwards, to which I couldn't help but laugh again, apologizing, but saying we're in a share house. That's not reasonable when other people need to shower, use the toilet, and considering I'm sure at least somebody else pees in the shower, is ridiculous to only enforce on me. I brought that up, and he said nobody does that. I've never heard of that in my life. So I just had to walk away. Jack's been complaining to other housemates about this and saying that we need to watch out for me. And we all just think he's absurd for banning me. But a couple think that I should just at least try and compromise, so I'm confused. AITAH for telling my daughter that life doesn't stop for others. Because hers isn't going well. I have 3 kids, and my daughter, 27, hasn't had the best luck in her romantic life. She's gotten cheated on many times, and her previous relationship were unhealthy. I also believe she's in a toxic relationship with her current boyfriend. My nieces and nephews, along with my other kids, are all happily married, some starting their own families. It was my sister's birthday recently, and she and her husband had planned the trip for the family. She helped with expenses if needed, but for the most part, everyone paid for themselves. My daughter was the only one going by herself. We did things as family, but there were times when we split up to do something with just our partners. So sometimes my daughter was by herself, or basically being a third wheel. At the end of the trip, my daughter complained to me how she hated going on the trip, that she felt like it was a cruel joke that she was there by herself, and that the others should not show affection to their partners when she was around. This is not the first time she complained about something like this. She's done it after holidays and birthdays as well. I'll admit, I'm tired of my daughter complaining about this. So I told her that just because her life isn't going well doesn't mean others will stop living theirs. She hasn't talked to me since, and that was almost 2 weeks ago. My husband's on my side, but I'm worried I'll lose my daughter. AITAH,